My workout, heading to the office right now. My phone has been raining off the ear because a lot of demand for my listing.
Deliver a good, essentially charitable service.
I usually like to listen to podcasts on the way to either, you know, commuting with work or during showings or listing appointment. So currently I'm listening to the Valuetainment with Patrick Bet-David. He is, I believe, the CEO of a nationwide insurance company, and I really admire his work ethics, and most importantly, I find that we share the same background. He immigrated from Iran when he was like 10 years old. I came to America when I was 16 years old. So everything, you know, I've been in this country is things that I have to be independent. I can never depend on my parents. My parents are still living in China. So a lot of immigration people, when they come to America, the one thing that I found in common is they never really take things for granted. I am a big fan of Dave Ramsey, his podcast that teaches people, you know, how to save money, pay off debt. People have their questions on the podcast. A lot of time makes me be more cautious of my spending habits and have my finance more in control. I should be there in 5 to 10 minutes, and I'll see you guys when I get to the office. He wants to find out like what price they will like accept and stuff. I can't tell him that. You look ridiculous. What do you want to eat? Hello! Say hi to the camera. Oh. Oh my god, it's a mess. I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you go pick it up? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Luna over here. I am a real estate agent here in Philly. So in today's topic, I want to talk about, you know, 3 things that people don't tell you about being a listing agent. And I'm gonna go into the 3 stories that I'm gonna tell you guys, exactly the things that happened to me that I'm dealing with at the moment. Number 1 is when you are a listing agent, right? You might be having a really big issue with pricing. Sometimes when I first started out, I think pricing is definitely a very challenging thing to get your seller priced competitively, because most of you guys, if you don't deal with listing very often, you don't have the experience and the confidence to tell them what to do. But once you have done a handful of listings, you know how that works. You can show them your track record. You can tell them the previous successful sales that you've done, and tell them how much benefit it will actually be if you price it under the fair market value. So what is currently happening with me is I have a deal, and right now we are in a multiple offer situation. So I happen to sell the house on the same block a few doors down, and these 2 homes have a very different layout. However, in my opinion, I think they're different. Like one house, the living room is a little bigger, but the other one has some extra benefits. So in my opinion, I think the price, I did it very competitively. I think it's gonna sell. I'm not really worried about it. But the only like issue that I have come across was I started realizing that a lot of agents, before they put in an offer, they will start to testing out the seller's bottom line. Of course, as a listing agent, you always have the best interest of your seller. You can't tell them the seller's best like bottom line, and it just gets really frustrating because the buyer agent, they don't want to write down everything, spend time and effort to put in an offer and then get denied at the end. So at the same time, they're trying really hard to call me and, you know, ask me tricky questions to see how many offers I have, you know, what's the bottom line of my seller. So I dodge the question, I always dodge those questions. So that's one thing. And the secondly is, the day before my listing was up, it was on a coming soon status. So I got a text message from this agent. I had dealt with her before on my first year. So we've done a deal before. So she came across to me and she said, hey, like, do you think that we would have a shot at this price? And I said, I can't tell you. You know, I think it's best if you show your client the house first, and our first showing is at Friday at 10 a.m. And then she said, okay, sure, thanks. So on the night of Thursday, I texted her again. I said, hey, are you interested to schedule the showing? Will you be there at Friday 10 a.m.? And she said, I don't have any clients. And then I'm just asking myself, like, if you don't have any clients, why are you testing out or even trying to ask me questions and wasting my time? Like, I don't get it. Then I start to realize, I think maybe in the market it's very competitive where buyers have the option to go out and get a few. So this agent probably tried to, you know, come at me and then try to figure out the bottom line of a seller so she has the leverage to get some buyers, try to get in as soon as possible and then fund that deal. But obviously, I'm not gonna tell her my seller's bottom line. So that's one thing that never happened to me before, and I just think it's crazy. Like, you know, it's not professional at all. Last but not least is oftentimes that you will also come across people that they're not interested in buying, but they will kind of throw out a number at you verbally and saying, hey, they're willing to pay this much. But like I always do, and I recommend you guys to do, is before you are getting an offer, don't take anything verbally. Always have them give you everything in writing. So I had somebody verbally give me a certain amount of number, which is very, you know, a high offer, and I know better. So I know I can't really present to the seller with the verbal, because if I tell the seller, they're gonna have a really high expectation. So I was just waiting until they gave me the everything in writing, and they didn't send it to me. I called the agent and he said the buyer changed its mind. So thank God I didn't tell my seller right away. You know, you're not supposed to, but if you're new, a lot of time you might have already told your seller, and it's not gonna look so good on you as a listing agent. It just makes you look lack of experience. So I hope this video you guys enjoy my storytelling, and you can really learn a lot of things from the 3 stories that I'm telling you guys, and you know, go out there and get more listing and make more money. So I'm gonna end the videos right here. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.